So this is from Emerson polling. Some recent polling, I believe, is January 3rd through the 6th about New Mexico, the 2020 Democratic race, as well as how the candidates would stack up against Trump. So let's check it out. So Sanders and Biden basically in a virtual tie. Sanders with a 1 point lead, but this is really interesting. Check this out. In third is Andrew Yang at 10%. That is the highest I've seen him in any statewide poll. Let me know if you've seen him higher than 10% in any statewide poll. So that's pretty interesting. He has more support currently in New Mexico than both Warren and Buttigieg. Warren at 8%, Buttigieg at 7%. And then Bloomberg 3, Klobuchar 2, Booker 2, Gabbard 1, Steyer 1, and 10% for somebody else. Let's see. Seen in previous Emerson polls, Sanders dominates with younger voters, taking 40% of the vote from those 18 to 29, and those 36% of those 30 to 49. His numbers drop among those 50 to 64, taking 22% of that vote, and bottoms out with those over 65 at 7%, which is really interesting because Biden has more support with the older generations, but Biden is actually one of the people under the Obama administration who was advocating for cutting Social Security. I believe he also was in support of that while in the Senate. President Trump has a 39% approval rating and 54% disapproval rating among New Mexico voters, but continues to remain popular with Republican primary voters with 87% of the vote against two potential GOP rivals. This is what I was talking about earlier. However, in potential general election head-to-head matchups, the land of enchantments does not appear to be enchanted with the president as he trails all four potential rivals by a significant amount. This is huge. Sanders leads Trump by 18 points, while Buttigieg leads Trump by 10, and Warren and Biden each lead the president by 8 points. I mean, Sanders leading by Trump by 18 points in New Mexico. I mean, that is a massive margin. And here's a little bar graph illustrating that. It's like, whoo, 18 points. Most important issue for voters is the economy at 34%, followed by healthcare at 17%, and social issues at 16%. No other issue garnered more than 8%. If you're concerned with the economy and making it better for the working people, definitely I would say support Bernie Sanders as well as healthcare. Bernie Sanders is the only one who's been unequivocal in his support for Medicare for all. Save people money. People won't be dying or going bankrupt because they don't have health care. Social issues. Bernie, I think, is also the most progressive on pretty much any social issue that I can think of. So more encouraging news for the Sanders campaign, leading Trump by a huge 18 percentage points in head-to-head matchups, substantially more than any of his rivals, and he has a slight lead over Joe Biden currently in New Mexico, but let's not let our feet off the gas at this point. We need to make sure we do everything we can to make sure Bernie's the next POTUS, not me, us. Peace. Much love. Peace.